Persuade your audience with this trick. Hi everyone, my name is Mahathir, and let me share with you today on how you can start to persuade your audience with this trick. So the trick today is something that was developed by Aristotle a long time ago. And what he calls this is the 3 persuasive appeals. So let's go straight into it, yeah? The first appeal that you want to persuade your audience is called ethos. Ethos is the credibility side of your speaking. For example, ethos has 2. There is what you say and there is what you show. When you are about to give a persuasive speech, I want you to think, do you say anything in your speech that adds credibility to you? Do you show anything to the audience that adds credibility to you? So to put this into an example, you could say, for example, like this: I have 10 years experience in dealing with this. So that immediately positions you as someone who is credible. But now, don't forget that you also need to put in what you show. So if, for example, you are a fitness coach and you want to sell this fitness program, you already say that you have 10 years experience dealing with fitness industry. Now you want to show them. So imagine you could start showing them your muscles, your weight loss journey, some pictures, and really show them physically how you look. That way they will start to trust you better. So you put this into perspective. Imagine you say you have 10 years of experience, and then when you show the audience that you're a little bit more plump, would you think the audience will trust you in terms of credibility? Most likely not. So the first one, ethos, make sure that you have what you say adds credibility and what you show adds credibility. The second part is called pathos. And pathos is the emotional appeal to the audience. So how can we connect with the audience on an emotional level? The answer? Stories. Stories inspire, stories persuade, stories connect with the audience on an emotional level. So let's put this into perspective. Say again you're selling your fitness program. One side of the speaker starts to sell his program and sells it in a way that shares all the facts, the numbers, the figures, the statistics of his successes. Another speaker starts selling the program with stories, maybe the struggles, the challenges that he faced or she faced, and eventually the success story. So my question to you is, which speaker would you most likely buy from? Of course, the story. Because you see, when we talk about stories, stories inspire and it persuades. Versus sharing all this information, sure, it adds credibility, but these methods connect with the audience. So think about it. How can you add stories or pathos into your next presentation? The last appeal, and that is called logos. And logos is basically the logic of the speech, logic of your presentation. So in logos, there are 2 things: the structure and the information that you're sharing. So let's start off with the structure. I want you to ask yourself, is your structure easy to follow? If your structure is not easy to follow, most likely the audience will start to question or they'll start to lose interest. So think about it. How can I make my structure of my speech so easy to follow that it's foolproof? So that's the first one. The second one is the information that you're sharing. When a speaker shares information, data, or facts, most of the time you would want to just share it to add credibility, which is fine. But as an audience, if they pick up something that is not true, you immediately lose the audience. So let me share with you a story of how logos plays a very important role. So there was this one time when I was attending a workshop and the speaker was trying to help us add humor into our presentation. So he was teaching us this particular segment and he said that humor increases melatonin levels in the human body. So I started to question as an audience, because melatonin, from what I studied before, is a hormone that makes people fall asleep. So the hormone that he was trying to say was serotonin, which is the happy hormone in the human body. So you see there's a mismatch of information right there. And if the audience picks that up and sees that in the speaker, you immediately lose the credibility touch in the speaker. So I'd like you to really go back and really think about how can you make sure that there's no room for error. So that is logos. So to sum it up, ethos is the credibility of a speaker. So think about what can you say to add credibility, what can you show to add credibility. Pathos is about the emotional appeal, telling stories to connect with the audience. And logos is the logic of the speech. So think about how to make your structure easy to follow and your information, whether the information is solid enough. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm giving away my presentation mastery handbook, and only to the first 5 people who comment down below saying yes, I want it. So ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned, and if you want that presentation mastery handbook, comment down below and I'll see you in the next video.